I'm Amy Klettner, and I work for National Audubon Society, and today we're at Spring Creek Prairie, and we are going to be doing a rotten log exploration. The question being, where do insects go in the wintertime? And this has been one of my favorite activities since I came to Spring Creek Prairie. And you can see here, there's a rotten log in here, and there's a rotten log here. And I just found these out in the woodlands and on a walk. There might be rotten logs maybe in a park that you could get to do this at home. Just take a trash bag or wrap it up in a sheet and put it in the trunk of your car. The important thing is I brought these logs in about 24 hours before we are going to do this activity so that they can thaw out a little bit. Now, you might not believe there's anything in here, but we're going to find out as we go along today. So the tools you need really are, it's nice to have some magnifying glasses. I have a couple of different things here. You might have one of these at home or something like it. And there's jeweler's loops here. These work great also as we get closer to doing investigation. This is a Magiscope, which is my favorite because it's super, super cool to put things underneath it and see what it looks like. You might not know what it is that you find inside there, but you'll be able to really look at it closely. A jar is nice to have in case anything does come crawling out, which I'm certain something will. Always, almost always. Even if you think there's nothing in there, usually there is. There's some tweezers here. A screwdriver might work good as a little pick, or this little nut pick. And we also have a flashlight, which comes in really handy into the cavities of the rotten log. So, should we get started? Okay, let's do it. I think, let's see, let's just take a look at this one first. And always a good idea to really turn it over. It's really not that heavy. You can already see there's super cool stuff on the log that looks and feels to me like some kind of fungi. But this is what's cool, is you can just really start investigating it. Now let's go over to this one before we really get started digging into it. We're going to take a look at this. This was a log I saw on one of my walks with my dog, and I had immediately thought of this activity because look at this. It's incredible. It looks like something that would come out of the redwoods. And here again, it's not that heavy. And I'm just going to turn it around for you before we dig into it while it's in one piece, so you can really see down inside here. Now, if I was a mouse, I think I'd like to live in there. It looks pretty amazing. You can see all these cavities running through here. This is super cool. There's a little formation going the other direction, a pattern there. There's a little fungi. Now you can get a look. Oh my gosh, and look at this. There is a walnut clung to, it looks almost like buffalo grass, some kind of root coming through there. So we know squirrels like this spot too. I'm going to keep turning it over. All right. Always make sure to smell it. That's amazing. Then you kind of bring the woodlands right into your house, which is super great. Okay, now I'm going to start going ahead and pulling some of this back, and I'm going to see if we can see all these cavities. Oh, here's a really big hollow spot right in there. Oh, wow. That somebody could just run down in. I'm going to turn the light on. Let's see if we can see down in there. There is a little hollow, a little den down in there. Oh, and here's, oh, I know what these are. See these tiny little round pieces? I would take a guess that a little mouse probably did live in here and brought these tiny hackberries in, and that was their little food stash for the winter. That's my guess. I have no idea for sure, but I do know those are probably hackberry seeds there. I think I might save one of those. So anything you find of interest, just put over into, this is what we use for the Magiscope here. So I'm going to take a look at that, or you can just drop it into your jar and look at these. Oh, and look, here's something crawling out. See, can you see it through the magnifier? So we know that the insects have definitely been using this as their condominium for the winter, because there is a little ant. And I imagine there's quite a few other things crawling around already since I started digging into this. And I'm definitely going to put some of this under the Magiscope too.
And what is that green stuff, Amy?
That is moss. So we can really see the root systems here. I'm just going to peel it back. And as you're doing this, you know, you can, like I say, you don't have to know exactly what it is, but look at it closely, and then you're going to learn all these things about what it reminds you of, or if you've ever seen anything like it before. I love that stuff. And then under the Magiscope, it's going to look super cool. I'm going to take a look at it right now. Oh yeah, it looks like kind of like really leafy lettuce under the Magiscope. Looks like something you could eat in your salad for sure, but I'm not going to. I forgot to say when we started, look at that. That's just incredible. Yes, it is. So there's some layers of the bark still in there. Here's one that looks really like a little fern. What I forgot to say though is when we are all done with this rotten log exploration, any living creatures that have been found in the log will go back onto the log, and all this moss and everything, I will put this back into the woods where I found it so that everything can still maintain its life cycle for sure and do its job out in nature. Now look, here's a tiny little leaf that got dropped into there. That looks like it's almost shaped like a heart. Look at that. I'm gonna peel some of this off. Oh, here's some grass growing in there. Now I haven't really used the pick yet, so I'll kind of show you how that works. You can just kind of get in there and follow some of these pathways that insects have made. See, there's a really big groove right in there. Some of it just, I like using my hands best of all, usually, but if you need to, use one of those picks. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. We're going to go in from this way, maybe. I'm going to break it apart, and we'll see. Oh, I thought I saw something moving. But look at this. You can really see. We actually might have brought a mouse in here. I don't know. That's why you use a trash bag. A trash bag is probably a good idea, and actually close it up. If you bring it in, you can see right through this. That's super cool. Kind of like a honeycomb almost. Oh, and look here. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, I gotta get something to get it out of there with.
Oh, wow. What is that?
That, see, this is why we put stuff back, because here we have a pupa. And it looks, oh, actually it is now I know it's not alive, because look, you can see that it's been opened up. So I know I'm not going to hurt it now by handling it. But if you look closely at this, there we go. So you can see all the grooves of the body of that insect. See, you can see all the, and kind of the winging looking things. And we know that's probably, like the larva is probably some of what made all these tracks through here. And look here, we have like the frass, the droppings of the insects right there.
Insect poop?
Yep, insect poop. This, to me, definitely looks like wasps use this log. Looks like a mud dauber.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's probably any larva in it right now, but I am gonna break it open and check it out. See if I can, maybe I can get it off all in one piece. I can. Oh, hey, somebody was in there.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, you know what's happened? They're gone, and that looks like it's just roots, maybe. Oh, maybe not. Hello,
So there's somebody
who's there?
still in?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It might be mummified. It could still be viable, I'm not sure. See? It feels like it's probably
Empty.
empty, yeah. Like this one didn't make it. That's my guess, because it's super lightweight. It feels almost like a little beetle wing or something. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if we can open it. Yeah, see, it just crumbled. That's what I thought by the way it felt. Here we are. This is the rotten log we started out with that is now dismantled. And we know there were tons of different kinds of insects living in here, but we also have signs of mammals, because here we have this walnut that has been opened up by a squirrel, and we also have a little sign of probably a mouse right here. We had found those little hackberry seeds, which I know mice will take into their cavities, and sometimes they'll have little food stashes, which that's what this looks like to me. There's some coral berry packed in here. You can kind of get, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Kind of get an idea, but, and here's also, there's another little insect opening right next to this little food cache from the mice. And then, this is something I'd never ever seen before in a rotten log, but it makes perfect sense, especially in this one with all these cavities and burrows to hide in. But we have over here, if you can see this, we have signs of also a reptile, because that is a little tiny piece of snake skin. That's super cool. Snakes use this also as a home. All right, so look, here's the remains of our log. But you can just do this. I know I can do this. Let me say that. I can do this for hours on end. It becomes an obsession to me. Now look, I've hardly even torn any of it apart yet, and look how many things we've already found. And I haven't touched this one yet. So I'm sure this has as many treasures inside it as this one did. So that's it, rotten log exploration. You can do it right in the comfort of your home. It's super fun activity, and have fun.